Hi Leo, how are you doing? This is a video for Leo Sun, Moon and Rising for the week September 28th to the 6th of October, and that's because I want to start from Monday to Sunday the following week. This is just a general reading, so if it doesn't resonate, that's fine. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If I talk about love and you haven't been in a relationship for 20 years and it's not something that interests you, then just take what resonates for other parts of the reading. I do try to apply both love, career and everything else in between because I know a lot of other channels focus on relationships, but just want to put a disclaimer out there that it's just a general reading, so it may not apply for you this week, and that's okay. So let's go, Leo. So we have a solar eclipse on October the 2nd in your third house of communications if you are a Leo rising. So communicating may be a big issue for you this week. Okay, so let's go. We have the Empress, the Moon, the Emperor. So the Emperor and the Empress, interesting. Five of Cups in reverse, Six of Pentacles in reverse, Ace of Cups, Page of Swords, Page of Wands in reverse, Eight of Swords, and Ten of Swords. Okay, interesting. The first thing that really jumps out to me is the communication aspect that I just mentioned, but in relation to some kind of partnership in your life. And the reason I am getting that vibe quite strongly is because you have the Emperor and the Empress, which is very much King and Queen energy. The Emperor is super managerial, I would say. That was poor English. Super managerial, very managerial. And the Empress is really about feeling good enough and having a really strong sense of self-worth. We also have the Ace of Cups here, which is like this new beginning. And it's almost like with the Moon and the Five of Cups in reverse, this is like if you communicate and you actually speak your mind, I think you're able to start something really nice here or push something forward. Something will blossom and grow. There's a sense of growth here that comes from communication. So Ace of Cups, all that new beginning and beautiful blossoming, especially because I think recently you've had a issue that's been kind of nasty or painful. Ten of Swords with Eight of Swords, a situation that has entrapped you and made you feel just made you feel really down in yourself, I think. I mean, Six of Pentacles in reverse as well, not getting the help that you deserve. You're not getting any, you're doing it all alone basically. You're not getting the help that you really need here. So that energy of putting things behind you, of saying, hey, I felt kind of trapped in a situation that was not very nice to me, and I just wasn't getting any help here. And that could be you're not receiving help financially, or you're not receiving help in the form of you're not invested in this as much as I am, you know, that kind of energy. And so this energy is much nicer. And so we have this feeling of something starting, a kind of new kind of energy for some of you. Maybe this is like a family kind of energy, because we have the Emperor and the Empress, which is very parental to me because King and Queen energy, and Ace of Cups, which is a lot about fertility. So this could be to do with parenting or children. But also for other people that are not interested in that, this just gives me the energy of actually communicating in a mature way, because, you know, back in the day, I say now because monarchy is not really that much of a thing now, is it really? But back in the day, to control countries and stop war and whatnot, the kings and queens had to speak to each other. They had to really communicate. And if you had any miscommunication, then you would start a war. So it's really important to speak your mind in a mature and correct way this week, I think, with somebody. And that can also be with co-workers as well, especially with that Six of Pentacles in reverse, if you feel like they're just not helping you out. And so the reason I talk a lot about this being more about a relationship than necessarily work is because of the Five of Cups in reverse with the Moon. So the Moon is very much about facing fears and growing stronger, but alongside this with Five of Cups in reverse, this gives me the energy of trying to get it all out on the table, you know, really reveal secrets. So again, communicating. And the Moon also gives me that sense of false hope, you know, like there's been an element of like maybe false hope in the past, like again, putting too much energy into a situation that you weren't getting that energy back from. And so this week, it's all about okay, how can I communicate and put my best foot forward to try and really strengthen this connection or try and fix this problem. And Five of Cups in reverse is that gaining of passion, and trying to make things work, really, in a kind of dignified way, I would say. As you can see, is upright. She's just like kind of devastated, like, oh my god. And so have it in reverse is actually a good thing. And so I think there was some devastation in the past related to this entrapment feeling in our heads about things, and now we're moving towards, okay, let's try and communicate and push ourselves forward with this. Then we also have this Page of Swords with the Page of Wands in reverse. So again, this juxtaposition of, before there was an energy of trying to push something, and now we're like thinking about things a bit more maturely and actually stepping up and communicating. A lot of the third house is really about writing as well. So for some of you, this is really about not necessarily speaking it verbally, but actually writing things down. So you're emailing somebody, maybe at work, or you're writing that text that you've been wanting to write for ages. You know, that long essay you get on your phone where you're like, I'm not reading all that. That kind of energy of getting a really long text where you're like, oh my god, I feel like I've been waiting a really long time to send this and actually push this forward. And I think the eclipse on October the 2nd is really going to help you with that energy. So let me see if there's anything else I can get from this, because I feel there is something else that is trying to push through. I really feel like this is something that was going to continue into autumn. It's going to be like a continuing thing. So it's not like, okay, I've said this and got it out of the way. I think this is something that will continue and actually grow. I think this is actually for the best. So for some of you, maybe had an argument with somebody, because I get the feeling that a lot of you have had like a dispute with somebody. If you had an argument with somebody, that this week you're able to sort of get it all out on the table and get it off your chest, and then that's actually going to help push you forward. And I think that moon energy is really giving me the vibe of, get it all out, okay? This is not a time to hide it. This is not a time to be shy. Like, get it all out on the table, really. Yeah, I think definitely in the past you've had an energy of someone just not helping you out. Like, just almost feeling like someone's like, someone's like stolen something from you. Some of dignity. But like, there's just a sense of like finances in the mix of here as well, especially if it's family related. There's a lot of energy going on here this week. I think it's going to be one of those things that like kickstarts from the eclipse, and then for the following weeks of October, we start to see that being, you know, unraveled a little bit more. So this is kind of a catalytic week for you guys, for Leo. But Leo is strength, so we can get through this. I think that Empress, all about knowing your self-worth, and this is like beautiful. Also, this is blossoming, and also again more of a fertile energy. So to have these two together, it gives me the sense of like really growing something, and really watching it grow as well. Watching it grow. Yeah, for sure. Communication will lead to some growth here. That's really important for you. Okay, Leo, that was your reading for this week. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please come back for the reading next week, and hope you enjoy your week. Bye.